Hey everyone, and welcome to Cooking Companion TV. I'm Jenna Edwards, and this is a recipe demo of Choucroute Garnie by Chef Daniel Stone. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it. We start by rinsing and draining 4 to 5 pounds of sauerkraut. Give it a good rinse and squeeze out all the liquid, and then wrap it in a clean towel and squeeze out even more liquid. Once your hands hurt from all the squeezing, you'll spread out that towel and unclump the sauerkraut as much as possible. For buying this much sauerkraut, find the stuff in the bags. It's mostly liquid anyway, so there's no need to buy a jar on top of all of that other weight. Now we finely dice half a large onion. I've got narrow strips sliced lengthways, leaving about ½ an inch attached at the root. And now I'll make cuts across those narrow slices, resulting in an even small dice. You'll need 1 ham hock, which is basically the leg. There's not much meat there. It's mostly bone, fat, and cartilage. And we need to score it well, mostly just to get through the skin. So try to cut through the skin so we can let that gelatin and collagen seep into the dish. Using 2 tablespoons of decadent duck fat, cook onions over medium-high heat until they're soft and translucent. In the meantime, I'll grate a large carrot. Carrots are not traditional to this dish, and I forget why the recipe author included them, so use them or don't. I don't really think it's a big deal. And we arrange the spice sachet. We need 2 sprigs of parsley, a bay leaf, a garlic clove, a branch of fresh thyme, and 10 whole black peppercorns, and 15 juniper berries if you happen to have them, which I don't. I really don't feel the dish missed out on that. When the onions are translucent, give them a good stir and add in the ham hock and ½ pound of bacon. The recipe calls for a slab bacon, which is exactly as it sounds, a slab of bacon before it gets sliced up. It comes with the skin on, so you do have to remove that part before putting it in the dish. And then you cut it into just two big literal slabs, or just use 8 ounces of sliced bacon and layer them into the pot with the ham hock. Tuck in the spice sachet and layer in that sauerkraut and the grated carrot if you're using that too. Pour in 1 cup of Riesling wine and 4 cups of chicken stock. And season with just 3 cloves, because clove is super strong, so you don't need that much of it. If you prefer, you can use 2 to 3 tablespoons of caraway seeds instead. Sprinkle a couple pinches of salt over it all and bring it to a boil. Then turn off the heat and cover it with parchment paper and an oven-safe lid. I forgot why we need the parchment paper. Maybe it's to keep the condensation from dripping back into the dish. Anyhow, it's easiest to place the lid on top and then to cut the disc of parchment paper while it's on the pot, rather than trying to measure it out and get it just right. And place it in the oven for 1.5 to 2 hours at 350 degrees or 175 Celsius. You can rest a little bit, or you can start cooking your sausages and potatoes. We need to boil 8 small red or white potatoes. These are small waxy potatoes. You'll place them in a pot, cover them with water, and then bring them to a simmer and let them simmer until the potatoes are tender. When pierced with a knife, the potatoes slide easily off the knife tip. And then cook the sausages. First, pierce them with the tip of a knife in a few places so they don't explode in the heat. And I'll heat a heavy skillet over medium heat with a little canola oil and then lightly spread the oil around the pan. And then add the sausages, letting them brown until they're fully cooked. If you don't know how to tell if they're fully cooked, you just slice one open and see. The original recipe calls for 10 sausages, which is a lot of sausage. And I would have been fine with just like 6 or so. And since they don't cook in the sauerkraut mixture, you can always just heat up just a few or as many as you like to your preference. And with that, we're done cooking. Remove the cloves and throw them out. Remove the sauerkraut from the pot and, slightly strain it, and then place it on a large serving platter. Of course, remove the spice sachet and throw it out. So you're left with the ham hock and the cooking liquid. The bacon will disintegrate, so just stir it into the sauerkraut. If you want, you can try to search for any meat on the ham hock to include with the sausages. Don't be surprised if you don't find any. You can serve the sausages whole or cut them into halves or quarters, or, if you just like cutting sausages, individual slices. Place the potatoes in the center of the platter and arrange the meat around the edge. The cooking liquid is divine, so save it to pour over your individual servings and maybe poach an egg in it later. Can you tell that I like to poach eggs in nice broths? Now serve to your starving masses. Honestly, this is super rich, so you could use half the sausage and freeze the rest of the sauerkraut mix for later. But that is it for this hearty, flavorful, and filling tradition from the Alsace region of France. Thanks to Chef Daniel Stone for the recipe. Get the ingredient list below or at cookingcompaniontv.com/Choucroute Garnie. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it and subscribe to this channel for more demos just like this. I'm Jenna Edwards and thanks for watching.